And now we're on to the dragon, the fifth sign of the lunar cycle. We're going to go over all 5 elements, different dragons. So first, we start off with the metal dragon. This type could well be the most strong-willed of the dragons. Honesty and integrity are paramount virtues to him, and although he may be bright, open, and expressive, he is also unbending and critical. Action-oriented and combative, he will seek out and motivate those on his own intellectual or social level. He has little patience with the lazy and the foolish. Let's see. Unpliable metal, combined with his natural lunar sign, wood, will also enable him to intimidate weaker beings into submitting to his will. He is tremendously intense and will stake his life on his convictions. At his best, he is a magnificent warrior. It is futile to try to convince him that certain things just cannot be done. This type of dragon will try to exercise whatever evil he sees in life and could be fanatical regarding his convictions and moral beliefs. When he is negative, he will have exaggerated views of his own importance. He is a bit short on diplomacy and has the habit of going it alone if others disagree with him or refuse to accept his leadership. The strong metal dragon will rush in where angels fear to tread. He will succeed because he will allow himself no other course of action. He burns his bridges behind him so that he cannot retreat once he goes on the track or on the attack. Water dragon. This is a less imperious type of dragon who favors optimum growth and expansion. He can put aside his ego for the good of all and is less selfish and opinionated. An inhibited but progressive person, he tries hard not to be as conspicuous as the other power-hungry dragons. Neither is he going to be labeled as the conciliatory one. Apologize if I'm not pronouncing everything correctly. Okay. He can assume a wait-and-see attitude, and his wits are formidable as his strength of will. The water dragon lives by the "to thine own self be true" philosophy, and will not seek revenge on those who choose to go the opposite way. Democratic and liberal-minded, he can accept defeat or rejection without bitterness. Water is calming and beneficial to this lunar sign, enabling him to know how to act wisely and do what is essential to his progress. He is quick and reliable and is capable of marketing his ideas with untiring devotion. He is likely to be successful as a negotiator. He knows when, where, and how to apply force. His main drawback is that he may like an over-optimistic builder who forgets to reinforce the foundation. By trying to hold on to too much, he may lose everything. He must learn to make difficult choices and relinquish whatever is unfeasible or unnecessary. This way, he will be able to devote his energies to fewer, but more rewarding endeavors. Wood dragon. A creative and magnanimous type of dragon, capable of developing bright new revolutionary concepts. Wood combined with his sign makes him adept at formulating and implementing his ideas and working cooperatively with others, even if he may be a bit condescending on occasion. Gifted with an exploratory nature, the wood dragon loves to look into cause and effect theories. His every action will be guided by sound logic. However, he also has a tendency to over-investigate subjects or to submit people to endless debate when he is faced with opposition. He is a natural teacher and could be very scholarly in his own offbeat manner. Nonetheless, this is a generous dragon who is amenable to taking the middle road, tries to offend as few people as possible, and subtly conceals his domineering ways. The wood element produces a less fierce and unreasonable variety of dragon who will compromise when it is to his advantage. Still, as a dragon, he will ultimately relate everything to his oversized ego and will condescend to change only when sure of the benefits to him. Not as vindictive or self-centered as dragons of the other elements, he will still be very outspoken, proud, and fearless when challenged. Fire dragon. The most righteous, outgoing, and competitive of all the dragons, the fire dragon will expect a lot from everyone. But while he may be demanding and aggressive, he is also blessed with enormous energy and has a lot to offer in return. The trouble is that he may go around with an air of superiority plus authority and make people fear or shy away from him. His leadership qualities are often marred by his desire to be treated like the Messiah. Fire matched with his forceful lunar sign will give him overzealous and dictatorial inclinations. He pushes hard even when there is little resistance. In reality, he is an open and humane person given to impartiality and uncovering the truth at all costs. His criticisms are objective, and he has the power to arouse masses with his vibrant personality. A natural empire builder, he will strive toward the supreme order of things, with himself at the helm, of course. Because the fire dragon is often enveloped by his insatiable personal ambition, he is short-tempered, inconsiderate, and unable to tolerate anything less than perfection. He also overgeneralizes or jumps to conclusions, frequently lumping people into categories without allowing for or even perceiving their individual differences. Nonetheless, here is a performer of the highest degree who could easily be a source of inspiration to his fellow man and a personality who will catch the public eye when he learns to master his negative traits and communicate more humbly with others, of course. Earth Dragon. This sociable executive type dragon will have a compulsive drive to control his environment and the people who surround him. As a dragon, he is bound to be autocratic, and it would be folly to expect less. However, he will be fair and appreciative of others' opinions, even if he doesn't agree with them. Earth makes him realistic, stable, and oftentimes even a bit impersonal. Although not as severe as the other dragons, he will still have the basic urge to subjugate others. But he will be reasonable in his approach to problems, and his leadership will be less dictatorial. He works incessantly to develop his talents and exploit his resources. One who realizes the value of cooperation, this type of dragon will seek to work for the good of all. He certainly cannot be accused of being selfish, stingy, or petty. The Earth Dragon's self-control does not mean that he is lacking in initiative. It's just that the Earth element influences him to be unhurried and to keep his aspirations solid and uncluttered. This aristocratic dragon is quiet, strong, and brave. Given to reflection and organization, his outbursts of temper will be few, nor will he demean himself by arguing with those beneath him when he is angered. However, he will retaliate quickly once his dignity is offended and will demand respect. And now let's look at compatibility. So, dragon with the rat. The rat and the dragon are a natural pairing, finding great compatibility from the same triangle of affinity. Each appreciates the strengths of the other, and synergy can naturally result when they put their two heads together. The dragon possesses an abundance of strength and visionary thinking, and the rat's resourceful nature and positive attitude are assets to their partnership. These two animals will find compatibility in all roles of life: family, work, and romance. Each animal has the ability to support the other through challenges by offering up creative solutions which are mutually appreciated by each of these ambitious animals. Dragon and the ox. The dragon and ox will have a great deal of respect for one another and will be able to cooperate to achieve common goals. However, the ox can be uncompromising when pushed too far by the domineering dragon and will turn out to be a stubborn and unyielding opponent. It would be advisable for both parties to agree upon their exact roles early in their relationship so as to prevent a struggle for power or authority. The ox is a hard worker, so the dragon will never have cause to complain about the ox's worthiness. The dragon and the tiger. This combination is fated to be moderately successful, but with occasional fireworks. Both signs are easily agitated and can be vocal about their opinions. Clashes of will and misunderstandings may result when they fight for the limelight. The tiger will not take a back seat, but the dragon wants to do all the driving. Somewhere, somehow, they must learn to compromise and resolve their differences. However, both signs are as forgiving as they are colorful, and they quickly resume their friendship after a flare-up. Rabbit. These two may have many interests in common. The dragon has great need of the rabbit's tactfulness and good judgment, while the rabbit admires the dragon's leadership and power. The rabbit prefers to work behind the scenes to influence the course of things in an oblique way. He may shy away from the direct and confrontational tactics of a belligerent dragon on the attack. Yet, the rabbit could do wonders for the dragon's tarnished image if the dragon allows him to help. Dragon with dragon. There's not much conflict in a dragon with dragon union. Usually they will be fanatical about the same issue, or they will not even bother to associate with one another. The danger is that because their dynamic duo has so much power and steam, they could vent their frustrated zeal on lesser mortals with alarming ferocity. Strong religious beliefs and political causes usually bind this team together. The snake and the dragon. The snake will find the dragon's courage and affinity for success very attractive and will have no difficulty helping the dragon achieve their mutual aims. Successful and compatible relationships can be developed since these powerful signs need each other. The snake can be practical, ruthlessly focused when he is after something. So he will appreciate the dragon's never give up philosophy. Ambition will be the key word in their partnership. The horse and the dragon. The partnering of a dragon and a horse creates power and speed. There may be some struggle for dominance, as the horse can be impatient and restless under the leadership of the dragon, but if they have good communication skills, which both usually do, they should be able to iron out their differences and map out respective territories. The independent horse has a clear perspective and is quick to sense changes blowing in the wind. The dragon will do well to go along with the horse's superior instincts and ability to steer clear of trouble. The sheep and the dragon. Relationships between the dragon and the sheep range from cool to acceptable. If the dragon feels protective toward the peace-loving sheep and does not make unreasonable demands, matters should work out fine. The sheep will be more willing to cooperate and let the brilliant dragon take command. The dragon will provide leadership in such a partnership, while the sheep's creativeness will definitely bloom if the dragon is able to inspire the sensitive sheep in non-threatening ways. The monkey and the dragon. The dragon and the monkey make a brilliant team. Each animal recognizes the talents of each other. The dragon quickly identifies the monkey's talent for clever problem solving, and the monkey appreciates the dragon's big ideas and passionate support. Despite the presence of two big egos, these animals work well together as long as efforts are appropriately acknowledged. The dragon and the monkey can have a lifelong relationship. The rooster and the dragon. The dragon is drawn to the chicken's expertise and confidence, while the rooster is in awe of the dragon's zeal and enthusiasm. They will strive to find prosperity, success, and happiness together. In order to achieve mutual bonds and lasting relationships, both sides must approach the partnership with less expectations and smaller egos. The rooster can deal with the dragon's brashness, and the thick-skinned dragon is not afraid of the chicken's undiluted criticism and need for exactness. The dragon can fight, while the rooster will perch on its shoulder and definitely supervise. We should pity the opposition. So basically that combo would be like the ultimate combo in a fight. Or one of them. Okay, so let's see. Dragon and the dog. The dragon and the dog are like night and day, and communication suffers as a result. With big dreams and lots of bravado, the dragon needs like-minded people as his supportive audience. The dog is not a likely candidate because he will always turn a critical eye to unrealistic pursuits. In the end, the dragon may feel as though the dog is always raining on his parade. Without a common ascendant or a strong common bond, the dragon and the dog will find conflict. The boar and the dragon. The honest and obliging boar will be happy to be the dragon's friend and join his fabulous group of faithful followers. There should be no large differences or serious conflicts in such a partnership. Both signs value sincerity and commitment and will work passionately for what they believe in. On the negative side, the boar may be more lenient and scrupulous than the dragon cares to be. And the dragon may be too egotistic and pompous for the sociable boar, who prefers to make friends instead of vanquish enemies, as the dragon is fond of doing. And that's what I have for the dragon.